President, I rise today to speak about a proposal that Senator Patty Murray and I have introduced to restore a woman's power to make personal health care decisions based on what's best for her and her family, not according to her employer's personal beliefs. The Protect Women's Health from Corporate Interference Act, or Not Your Boss's Business Act, aims to counteract the far-reaching consequences of the U.S. Supreme Court's Hobby Lobby decision. That misguided court decision allows closely held corporations to now deny their employees coverage for contraceptives through their employees' health insurance plans. As Senator Murray did in her home state of Washington, I also traveled around my home state of Colorado, and several days ago, I stood shoulder to shoulder with women's health experts, including an OB/GYN in Denver, who told me that physicians might now have to consider how an employer's religious beliefs might fit into their diagnosis before they make a medical recommendation. Now, that ought to be based solely on their patient's well-being. It's unacceptable. Women should never have to ask their bosses for a permission slip to access common forms of birth control or other critical health services. Today, as Senator Murray alluded to, champions in women's health are taking a stand on social media to illustrate why the Senate should come together this week to pass the Not Your Boss's Business Act. This outpouring of support from all over the country shows just how important it is that we keep private health care decisions in employees' hands and out of corporate boardrooms. As part of today's Digital Day of Action across the country, my staff and I put together a BuzzFeed post to dispel some misconceptions about the Hobby Lobby decision and highlight why we need to pass the Not Your Boss's Business Act. Go to buzzfeed.com/Mark Udall and share my post to help push back against some of the myths. Despite what some people say, Mr. President, this decision is a bad deal, and it will undermine women's access to contraception across the country. But more and more Americans are joining us to speak out because of how backwards this Hobby Lobby decision really is. And I'm proud to have groups from across the Centennial States, such as the Colorado Organization for Latina Opportunity and Reproductive Rights, NARAL Pro-Choice Colorado, Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains, and Colorado's Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice come out in support of our bill. I believe the Supreme Court was wrong in its misguided Hobby Lobby decision, which is already adversely affecting American women and families. But, Mr. President, we have a chance to fix this. And I stand here today to call on my colleagues from both sides of the aisle to join me, join Senator Murray, and America's workers who agree that women's health is not your boss's business.